There is plenty of uncertainty when it comes to Calgary's future between the pipes. The goalie carousel is ridiculous right now, and we don't know if Markstrom will be a Flame for very long. Same with Vladar with his injury, but we do know that Dustin Wolf is most likely going to be a Flame for at least the next few years. So, his next contract has huge implications for Calgary's future. Welcome to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here, you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe because right around 82% of the people watching are not subscribed. So if you want to stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around the Calgary Flames, then make sure you subscribe and join the fastest growing community of Flames fans on the internet. We'd love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. Love the community we're building here. Quick shout out to Mr. Chad Colson and his wife Patricia for being absolutely amazing fans. I know they love the Flames, a little bit of Penguins in there as well, but the biggest fans from Vegas. Thank you guys so much for watching. But this video, like I said, the big thing we'll look at is Wolf's next contract because, there's not loads to talk about for the Flames right now with the season winding down and them not playing the most exciting hockey, but we can talk about the goalies because that is something that will always be prevalent until a move is made. So we need to look at what Wolf's next contract might be, especially if Markstrom is traded away or if Vladar is traded away or anything like that. If Wolf is to be the number one goalie of the future, what will his contract be? So decided to take a look at an article that was posted by Julian MacKenzie of The Athletic. He is the Flames' reporter over on The Athletic, and he had all his mailbag questions, and he got loads revolving around the goalie. So let's look at this one. Dustin Wolf needs a new contract this summer. Do you think it will be a simple low money, low term because you're an RFA with no leverage contract, or something better / longer? So Julian MacKenzie's answer is quite simple. If you followed his work long enough, you know that he loves contract comparables. It's no guarantee teams will follow them, but they can at least provide a guideline. For Wolf, he looks at contracts doled out to the following goaltenders currently under the age of 25. So let's take a look at that. They are Caden Primo, Joel Hofer, Samuel Ersson, Lucas Dostal, and Arvid Soderblom. All very short term, 2 or 3 years in the case of Primo, and right around $1 million for all of them. The only one over is Samuel Ersson, and that's mostly because Carter Hart's future is uncertain over in Philly. But look at all of them. They're all under the age of 25. Wolf obviously is as well. And Wolf has kind of proven that he can be a very good NHL goalie. In fact, out of all the goalies here, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I think Wolf is the best one. I know a lot of Habs fans will say it's Primo, but I digress. Agree to disagree. I might think it's Wolf. So here's what Julian MacKenzie had to say. My guess is a 3-year deal similar to that of Caden Primo, another fellow 7th rounder. But I don't see the Flames signing for anything longer than that. Wolf still has more to show at the NHL level, so there's no need to break the bank on his next deal, especially when the Flames still need to figure out how to make him a full-time NHLer. I think his contract will follow his contemporaries to the benefit of the Flames' salary cap picture. So I think in a very realistic, almost ideal world for the Flames and for Wolf in this sort of no leverage RFA type deal is a 3-year, $1 million average contract. I think that is very reasonable and could happen with the limited amount of games Wolf has played in the NHL. I think it's definitely fair. However, he has shown what he can do as a professional goalie. He's done it down in the AHL and really shown how good he is. So if he asks for a little bit more money, I wouldn't be too surprised. And the Flames do have a lot of cap space, but are they going to shell it all out to a goalie? I do not think so. The Flames will probably try and make some major moves with that cap space in order to either really commit to the rebuild or to end the rebuild as quick as possible. I'm not going to go into which side I want them to be on, but either way, Wolf's next contract is massive for the Flames, especially if Jacob Markstrom is traded away. So with that being said, let's look at the market for Markstrom. Now this comes from the same article from The Athletic written by Julian MacKenzie, and he got asked a question about where Markstrom might go or what the market is for him. So the market for Markstrom doesn't look that big. If Conroy doesn't get the return he wants, might we see Markstrom back to start? Great question. It obviously has huge implications on the Flames' future, as does Wolf's next contract. So what did MacKenzie have to say? He said, at this point, I'd be very surprised if Jacob Markstrom returned to the Flames next season, in part because of how things played out publicly with the trade speculation and partly because of where the Flames are compared to contending teams. But at the end of the day, it's on Markstrom to determine his fate thanks to that no movement clause. So very interesting here. Julian MacKenzie definitely thinks Markstrom is on the way out, and it does make sense. If Markstrom is unhappy with the organization and wants to go to a contender, as we've seen some of these other guys do, it does make sense that he will leave and not be the Flames' goalie of the future. If the Flames want to keep their window open, I guess, then obviously keeping Markstrom, but if they do want to fully commit to the rebuild, I think Markstrom leaving would be a major, major piece of that. We saw Tanev get shipped away to a place he wanted to go in order to win the cup. I know a lot of the fans in the comments, fans of the Flames, I should say, are saying, we love Markstrom. We hope he can go win a cup somewhere else. A lot of people are saying, give him back to Vancouver, which would be insane. They already have some good goalies. But the question itself posed here was that the market for Markstrom doesn't seem all that big. But it really is. We all know New Jersey is interested, but that's just one team, right? There's other teams that are fringe contenders or contenders that could still use a goalie. One of them that gets brought up all the time is the Carolina Hurricanes. However, Frederik Andersen has been amazing ever since he came back from his blood clot issues. He has been unreal. I wouldn't be surprised if he can carry them all the way to the Stanley Cup final this year. That's how good they are. But there are other teams that might want a goalie like Markstrom. Look at LA. They've had Talbot and Riddick kind of carry them this year. And that's really not that sustainable. We know that as Flames fans. Those are future Flames goalies. Let's give another Flames goalie over to LA. Maybe LA would be interested in Markstrom. Another one is Detroit. They might make the playoffs this year. They might just miss out. But either way, they could use a big upgrade in net as well. So the market is there for sure for a big goalie. I know Linus Ullmark is also in the goalie market this offseason. But Markstrom, you would think, is the number one name. And it's known that he will probably be shopped. So huge implications whether Markstrom does get traded and what Wolf's next contract will be no matter what. But it's going to be crazy. And we at Flames Digest will, of course, update you with all of the goalie news on the Flames. But let's move over to tonight's game. The Flames are back in action. They haven't played since Saturday's game against the Oilers. Flames are starting a road trip out west over in California as they take on the best team in the league, the San Jose Sharks. That one goes at 8:30 p.m. tonight. It's a late one. It's almost past my bedtime, but I'll make sure I stay up to watch it. Should be an exciting game. A lot of players could be padding their stats here and there. We just saw Sharangovich hit 30 goals, which actually goes well with my next graphic here. He is the first Belarusian in NHL history to hit 30 goals in a year. Congratulations to Sharangovich. He is quickly becoming a fan favorite. And after that trade of Toffoli for Sharangovich, everyone thought the Flames got absolutely fleeced. Look at that. It ended up being a Conroy masterclass in Connie we trust. Very well done. But the game tonight, I believe, as of now, Markstrom is slated to be the starter, which hopefully means that Wolf can get some NHL action against maybe some better opponents, because as we know, the Sharks aren't exactly the greatest team in the league right now. If there was relegation in the NHL, my goodness, would the Sharks be going down. But either way, should be a very fun game, and I hope the Flames do very, very well and show that they aren't as bad as the Sharks, because last time out against the Sharks, it didn't go well, and that was with Wolf and net, so maybe this time will be differently with Markstrom. Let's finish off the video today with the comment of the day. This one, short and sweet. I didn't want to get super crazy with it here today. We've had some kind of more wild ones lately, but this one comes from user, bunch of letters and numbers. Kadri should be captain. Now, obviously, right now, Mikael Backlund is the captain. Very deserved. He is the longest tenured Flame and has really stuck with his organization through some awful years. And Backlund is a great leader. He seems like all the guys really like him, so that's great for him. But I do agree, Kadri is definitely a candidate to take over the captaincy once Mikael Backlund moves on from the Flames or most likely retires. Kadri has proven that he is being a pure leader right now, and players play better when they play with Kadri. We've seen it with Zary, we've seen it with Kuzmenko, we've seen it with Pospisil, even a little bit of Sharangovich. So Kadri, I think, should be and could be the captain of the future for the Calgary Flames. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you like what you saw here today and enjoy the game tonight. Go Flames, go.